Okay, we're back. Just wanted to welcome everybody. Today is Monday, and we're going to talk about all of the mechanics and the crucibles that go into the Rapture. And the book finally came in. I wanted to get a hard copy of it as well. This book is written by Didio, and he offers all of the arguments that yours truly has been talking about. The few of us that are well versed in the subject have been talking about for many months, actually years now. Some of you, like Pamela Loves Jesus and Angela, and have been talking about this stuff for many, many years. And we also have new viewers, and I personally very much appreciate that. Our message is, and also Julianne, God bless you too, sister. Our message is not very popular, but it's the true message. And what the 7-year dispensational pre-trib rapture enthusiasts, I'm really being nice right now, what they all pertain to is, if you take everything away from the argument and you only leave one solid crucible to talk about, that crucible, and by the way, I want to get this out there too, I know for a fact a lot of people are having some really tough times right now. I talk to people just walk up to me and they just start telling me these things, and it's like, man, you know, they're telling me stuff about their 401k plans, they're telling me stuff about most of it has to do with financial, which is awful interesting, because as everyone knows that we talk about a lot, we talk about the seals, the white, the red, the black, and the pale. Well, the black is economic. A pair of balances in the writer's hands, and he's riding a black horse, third seal, and a measure of wheat for a penny and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Now that's the good part to it. See thou hurt not the oil and the wine. The oil, this is encouragement. The oil is the Holy Spirit. The wine is the joy. So, see thou hurt not the joy of the Lord, or of the Holy Spirit, which is synonymous. So that indicates that even though our economy, basically it's going through a very, you can call it cyclic, but it may branch off further down the road into the tribulation as such. But it's matter of fact, let's go and see what the Dow is. Once I get my right phone here, let's see what the Dow is right now. It's tanked thousands. Last Friday it tanked over 2,000 points. That is cataclysmic. That is a foundation disruptor right there. A systemic foundational disruptor. I just made up the term. You know how I am with big words. But it is not a good portend at all. It's a harbinger. Now, whether it does what you call a dead cat bounce, you have to see. But this is different. The times are different. The tonality of the reality that we live in right now is just totally different. So let's go to and see what the Dow is doing right now. It's pulling back. It's minus 172, but I saw it before in the day that it was inching towards 1,000 again. So anyway, the bottom line is, the selling point being, is that any way we look at it, it is not boding well for the financial world. So wherever you're at in this world right now, you're going through some tough times. We all are. I got my ups and downs, and more downs than ups. But you know, your faith is going to be rewarded. No matter how many times you get knocked down, and you're disappointed, and you're depressed, and you're this, and you're that. You just remember one thing. You're in the heat of battle right now. This is it. This is game day. You're in it right now. So keep the faith. Keep going forward. Even when you don't think you can, reach down and grab some. Reach down and grab some faith. Reach down and grab some joy in the Holy Spirit, and go forward. Getting back to Revelation. This book, I kind of thumbed through it, and he even addresses the whole idea of escapism. Don't want to stand on any soapboxes, but it was in this small cadre camp that we first addressed that, about being an escapist, a rapture escapist. I even think I talk collectively, because I talk for the other people in our fold, and there's one fold and one shepherd, Jesus Christ. But when it gets to these big names' attention, they're going to write about it. This may be in response. This book right here by Didio, very high gloss, very professional book, okay, by Didio. It's the nobodies working for a penny in the fields that are making a difference. Don't ever forget that. Don't you ever forget that. Never. The rewards on the other side are spectacular. I've had NDEs before. I've been dead on the table for a couple of mics before, and I know. And I've been to hell before. Hell is a different dimension. It's all about the way, the truth, and the life. The thesis is Jesus Christ. The antithesis for us is bad theology. We want to keep our hot and our cold, so that it doesn't mix into an admixture or an amalgamation called the lukewarm. And we all know that. I'm just preaching to the choir. But here's the whole crucible. We'll make this hopefully a short video. Here's the whole crucible. Is that even in this book, I just kind of thumbed through it. I haven't really given it a good sit down read yet. But even thumbing through it, the whole ball of wax, that's an old saying I grew up with, the whole crucible, okay, is with the 7 years. It's with the 7 years. And this, Alan Didio even goes into John Darbyism. See, we need to know these terms, and we need to know the historical logistics of what happened during the time of the 70th week in Daniel chapter 9:24-27. We'll say it again. We will say it again. We'll make a final comment. To finish the transgression, to make an end of sins, to make reconciliation for iniquity, to bring in everlasting righteousness, to seal up the vision and the prophecy, and the last one is to anoint the most holy. That is Daniel 9:24. Here's the whole crucible of it. The whole meaning. Here's where everything comes together. It was Jesus Christ. So you can have, here's the point that we're making. You can have these big name authors, and he even says that he's prayed one-on-one with 1,000 people. Well, okay, kudos to you, you know. But if you don't have, there's zillions, well, that's not a word, there's many, many people in the world that are sincere, they have a pure heart, and they're very honest. But if they don't have the right doctrine, then why are they? See, it's like you don't put the cart before the horse. The horse is the proper doctrine, and everything flows out of that after you put the horse and the cart in the right order. That is our main objective. That is our main argument right there. And when it comes to the 7 years of the dispensation, there is no dispensation. There is no floating salvation when Jesus Christ came. And it says that he will make the covenant with many, with many. Any race can become part of born-again Israel. Any race. And Alan Didio says on here that the Antichrist will make a peace treaty. A peace treaty. Is that a fact? Is that a fact? With the Jews? No, it says many. In Daniel 9:24-27, it says many. See, he is not as polished as a theologian that he thinks he is. If he doesn't know the main crucible, nuts and bolts, meat and bones, and all that, he doesn't know. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. That's how important this is. That's how the gravity of the situation is so grave. The situation is grave. We need to put the proper order of format, the order of the format, into the right eschatology, and we need to do it now. So when it comes to the 7 years, it was Jesus Christ. All of their arguments become academic, is a good way to put it. The main argument is the 7 years. There is no dispensation for that. It was Jesus Christ who confirmed that covenant. So when you have people that get polished up, like this well-polished, silver-tongued author who is very wrong in his approach to eschatology, when you have those kinds of people come at you, or to you, or whatever, you need to remind them who it was who confirmed the covenant. That is your birthright right there. It was Jesus Christ who confirmed that covenant. Anybody else is trampling underfoot the blood of the Lamb. Anybody else that they say is trampling underfoot the blood of the Lamb if they don't say Jesus Christ. That is how important this is. We'll leave it there. If you're remnant, stay remnant out there. I love you guys. We'll keep on keeping on, as the old saying goes. Stay in the ring. If you get knocked down, get right back up and get up with the joy of the Holy Spirit, because it's yours forevermore. I love you guys. We'll talk soon.